Sonible have released, or re-released, a new suite of AI-powered plugins to make mixing and mastering easier. Are they a good deal for $49? And I'll pit it against the fast and smart plugins to see if there's anything different about them. Let's get right to it. Sonible have been leading the charge with machine learning audio plugins for years. Longtime viewers will know that I reviewed many of their plugins. Go check out my reviews if you haven't already. And things like Smart EQ and Fast Limiter are some of my favorite plugins ever, and I use them all the time. Why, Fast Limiter was worth the $69 sale price alone because you got the guts of the $200 Smart Limiter with most of those features, plus spectral correction. But now, Sonible has discontinued the Focusrite Fast Bundle and moved those exact same plugins under their own Learn banner. And they're all available for only $49 until October 6th. So that's $49 for all 5 plugins. And that's even cheaper than what I paid for the Fast Bundle. And this gives you the studio-grade Smart EQ, compression, unmasking, limiting, and reverb. Let's see if anything's changed and if these are a good deal for $49. EQ is a great place to start. Let's take this old mix and see if we can improve the EQ balance. I think these acoustic guitars could use some attention. All you have to do is insert Learn EQ on your desired channel, and choose a profile that most closely matches your track. And loop the selection with the loudest, most consistent sound of that track. And Learn EQ now learns the track and suggests a balanced EQ based off the spectrum of your input signal. Okay, so it's pushing out the body of the guitar, cutting the lows and also rolling off a lot of the highs. I wouldn't have gone this way, but it might sit better in the mix now. And if I don't like this and I want some sheen back on the guitar, I can try the bright setting. What's great here is the display makes it very easy to understand where the important EQ ranges are. Don't know how to EQ? Just add more picking. Or more air. It's that easy. There, and add a little more air. Maybe some more picking too. And I can also switch to the advanced view, where Learn EQ turns into a standard track EQ, and I can just add more high end if I like. I think that sounds good. Let's add it to all the acoustics. Let's A-B. You know what I like about this? The EQ corrections aren't insane. I think these acoustics sound cleaner now, with less of the digital harshness, but they're not drastically different. Let's add Learn EQ to the other tracks. There, I've got Learn EQ loaded up on every track in this mix right now. Let's A-B before and after. Okay, this sounds a lot better to me. I can pick out individual instruments more and it sounds cleaner overall. Again, I like that it's not insanely drastic, but things are sitting better in the mix and a lot of the mud and digital hair on the mix goes away. The bass sounds fuller too. I went in and adjusted the low end a bit. You can manually adjust any setting here, or go to advanced mode where you can make more traditional EQ adjustments. You can also make any EQ dynamic, so the EQ is reacting to the input frequency levels, which is really cool. Great for plosive material. You get a dynamic EQ for the price of admission. Another great tool is Learn Compressor, which takes the hard work out of compression. Let's put it on the drum bus. These drums are lacking punch. Okay, that already sounds a bit punchier. I want a more aggressive sound. Let's try the hard setting. Whoa. Okay, that's really strong compression. It's cool to have this option. I'm going to switch to advanced. Now I'm going to mix the dry signal back in. And adjust the attack. There, this sounds much more like what I pictured in my mind. It's more aggressive, not out of control, and I can really hear the transients on the kick now. Like previously, there was almost no kick. Okay, I'll add Learn Comp to all the tracks. Okay, let's say B. I really love what it did for the drums. Switching back to the dry mix, the kick drum just vanishes. And on the Learn mix, the drums are punchy and vibrant, while the bass still has plenty of lows. This is really impressive. This is all default settings, I just ran it once, except for a couple of small adjustments on a few tracks here and there. And now we can further clean up mixes by using Learn Unmask, which is a spectral sidechain that allows you to duck one signal with another. I think the vocal is clashing with the guitars and synths. Let's insert Learn Unmask on the acoustic group. This is the signal you want to duck, so the vocal will be more prominent. And then I select the vocal as the input sidechain. And I'll hit Analyze. And now Learn Unmask is using the custom spectrum of the vocal to duck those frequencies in the acoustics. Let's A B. It's subtle, but I think the conflict is improved. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's much better. I can go harder. I can go harder, and you can hear that Learn Unmask rolls off more lows. Could even go light. Yeah, even on the light setting it helps. Yeah, they did a really good job. Very quick to set up. Okay, let's listen to the mix before and after adding all the Learn Bundle inserts. The Learn mix was a couple dB louder, so I compensated for that. Wow, okay, that's the best AB I've heard since Claro. I even took this Learn Bundle mix for a walk in my AirPods, which tend to expose bad mixes, and it sounded perfectly even. It was so much better than where it was before, and this was all with minimal effort on my behalf. I mean, I like this result so much, I kept obsessively ABing this mix all day. It's very satisfying. Sometimes I do that. Is that bad? For the limiter, I'm going to do something different. I want to compare it to the previous fast limiter and Sonible's smart limiter to see if there's much difference. I have a muddy sounding mix here. First thing I'm going to do is use Learn EQ on a universal to get a more even EQ tone. That already sounds way better. Now I'll insert Learn Limit and analyze the track. Warning, we'll have a gain jump here. And just like Fast Limiter, it not only applies limiting, it'll apply bass correction, reduce resonances, add saturation, and preserve transient details. All this in one single plugin in a bundle for $49. Not bad at all. Now, Learn Limit defaults to the Spotify standard of -14 LUFS. If you want a nice loud master, you can switch your preferences to -9 LUFS. And something I don't like here is that you can only change this by digging into the preferences. And this choice is not sticky. You have to change this every time you want something other than the default -14. Not sure if that's intentional or not. Okay, this sounds pretty good. Let's gain match and AB the before and after. Oh, that sounds so much better. Learn EQ really improved the tonal balance, and Learn Limit has applied nice, clean maximizing. Let's do the same thing with Fast EQ and Fast Limit. Okay, sounds similar. Okay, Fast Limit applied a little more gain. Let's A/B between Learn and Fast. Okay, they're really similar. I think Learn got the bass a little better. It's nice and warm sounding, and not as bright as the Fast bundle. Yeah, the Fast bundle brought out the guitars more. They both sound pretty good, kind of a matter of taste. And lastly, let's try the flagship Smart Bundle. Smart EQ actually has a lot more choices and subgenres that you can choose from. But I'll stick with Universal for the test. Let's do Smart Limit. Okay, so Smart Limit applied the least amount of gain and got us the quietest mastered default settings without changing anything. Fast Bundle applied the most, almost 9 dB of gain, and Learn Bundle applied 8 dB of gain reduction. So let's check between the new Learn Bundle and Smart Bundle. This is all gain compensated. Oh, these sound very similar. Right. Let's check between Smart Bundle and Fast Bundle. And this is Fast Bundle and Learn Bundle one more time. Okay, my conclusion here is that the Learn Bundle sounds a lot like the Smart Bundle, which is much more expensive, so you're getting a good deal here. Now, there is one more plugin in the bundle, and it's the only one I don't care for, and that's Learn Reverb. Generally, I like using one or two reverbs to share across the mix, and a special effect reverb for throws and things like that. So the idea of analyzing a single input source to suggest an ideal reverb is strange to me. Plus, I wasn't crazy about the reverb sounds themselves, so I'm not going to bother covering it. I felt exactly the same about Fast Reverb and Smart Reverb in my previous reviews. That being said, it is a fully professional reverb, and it arguably adds value to the bundle, so by all means try it out. It might work for you. I was blown away with how quickly I could improve an old mix with Learn Bundle. I wrote that song way back in 2002, and I've heard it a million times. I've kind of lost perspective on it, and Learn Bundle helped me get some vitality and separation without endlessly looping the mix and figuring out settings. So this is a great solution for anyone who does it all themselves, and a perfect tool for producers to jump into EQing and compression. For me, it's going to get used a lot for broadcast projects that have to get out the door quickly, and it's great to have that second opinion on EQ and compression. So I'd say this is very much worth picking up for the crazy price of $49. Learn EQ alone is worth more than that, but you get 5 plugins that will clean up your mix. Use my link to pick this up until October 5th. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. I love hearing from you. and use my affiliate links to support the channel. Until next time, mix well.